Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuhu. How you doing, people? Today I have a special guest all the way from Aussie land, down under. It's Michael, it's covering my face. Can I move that anyway? Is that okay? Okay. Yeah, from down under. Brother, would you like to introduce yourself?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. I thank you guys all for tuning in. With you is your brother, Mohammad Hoblos from Sydney, Australia. Originally from Lebanon, but born and raised in Sydney, Australia. So
Great.
from the land down under.
Is this your first time in England?
No, I've been to England a few times.
Oh, how do you find England compared to Australia?
Well, this is the motherland, isn't it? So, so coming back to our roots here.
Yeah, that's true. We sent all the crooks there 300 years ago.
Yeah.
So, brother, you've got a film here, haven't you? You're promoting a film. Let's talk about the film.
Okay, so alhamdulillah, I'm involved with an organisation called One Path Network that makes amazing videos. And about a year and a half ago, we decided to make a short film. So alhamdulillah, it's been quite some time, but eventually we have finished it. So the film has been done, and now we're here in the UK. This is the first international country that we've come to play the movie. And alhamdulillah, we've been around the country. We've played it about 4 times now, and we've had amazing response from the people. So alhamdulillah, yeah, we're really excited about it.
So we're here in Leicester today. Hopefully you guys can make it tonight, 6:30 at the View Cinema. We've only got a few tickets left. It's your last chance to get the tickets. Boom. You know what I mean? So what's the film about? Is it based on a true story? Is it on your own experiences?
Yes. So the
Don't
movie,
give too much away though.
No, of course not. So the movie is based on true events. True events that I've had to deal with myself personally back home in Sydney. If not myself personally, then those who are very close to us. And it's I guess we wanted to take a different approach to exposing certain issues we have in the community. Muslims, unfortunately, we like to keep our heads in the sand and just act like we don't have these major problems.
Right.
But we do. We are not aliens. We are not. We live in this community. We live in this country, and we face the same problems that many other communities face. Whether it be drugs, abuse, domestic violence. We have the same problems, and so this was just a fresh way, a unique way to sort of tackle some of the problems that we face in the community.
We've got a big, massive problem here in England with drugs with the youth now. They seem to think it's an easy way to make quick money. They don't want to work hard now. They just want to make money quick time, but the consequences are severe. You know what I mean? Yeah. So in some cases, it's been death. In Britain, death or severe injury or imprisonment, incarceration for many, many years. Yeah, is it a similar experience in Australia? Obviously,
yeah, same. It's the same, and but I guess for us to just attack the youth and say that that the youth just want to make a quick dollar. Well, that's true, but that's not entirely true. The youth didn't fall from the heavens, and this is what they wanted. They have grown up to a world where now it's all about the good life. It's all about the easy life. It's all about the image. So therefore, most of these kids, unfortunately, just want to do like what everyone else is doing.
So is that the fault of the media? Is that the fault of music?
Look, it's not one particular thing. It's definitely a collaboration of everything. Unfortunately now, that's unfortunate because it's not just an Islamic thing. I think humanity as a whole has lost.
We have lost that humanity.
Yeah, and that's slightly off topic. I know that a lot of Muslims.
Sorry, I've just been. Sorry. Is it on? Yes, it's on. Sorry, yes. Sorry about that. Someone's trying to ring me. Ring me later. Carry on.
Yeah. So, slightly off topic. One of the things that I always like to speak about when I'm back home in Australia is that I say to people that unfortunately today, especially with the media, we're made to believe that Muslims are the problem. Muslims are the problem, Muslims are the problem. But I always say, let's imagine for a moment that if we got rid of Muslims and we got rid of Islam, okay, will that solve the problem of the world? And what I say is, if we got rid of all Muslims and we got rid of Islam as a whole, point your finger in any direction, whether it's in the Western world or anywhere else, depression is on the rise, anxiety is on the rise, abuse is on the rise, suicide is on the rise, drug, all of this stuff is on the rise.
Absolutely.
So what input has Islam had towards that? So what I wanted to come back to is that I feel, as a whole, humanity as a whole, religion aside, I think we're actually going backwards.
We are. Absolutely. I mean, 30 years ago, if you hear about a plane crash, everybody's heart would be pouring out.
Yeah.
There'd be so much sadness. You hear about a plane crash now, it's like, oh, no plane crash, yeah, let's carry on.
We've become
Desensitized.
We've become desensitized.
We have.
And it's not just that. I mean, you know, as a whole now, as a community, we unfortunately give attention and we praise the wrong things. You know, I actually came across a post not that long ago, and I really found it interesting. So this person was speaking about social media and what's happening, you know, across the world, and he was saying, you know, that there used to be a time when you used to take a photograph of yourself when you achieved something, when you reached a milestone in your life. People would celebrate and take a photo. He said, now you take a photo about anything.
So true. Yeah,
Right?
we take photographs
Like,
when we get
you know,
graduation or
you know,
degree or...
yeah, you know, it's like we've achieved so little, and yet we want to capture
Wow.
every moment and every...
Wow,
So,
good point.
you know,
Wow.
and I just find that interesting. So now what's happening is that, unfortunately, the youth are growing up in a world where, you know, money is king.
It is.
I mean,
You're
you
right.
know, even in most cases, unfortunately, mum and dad are only happy. You know, like when you do well at school, mum and dad are happy.
Why is that?
When you're not doing well at school, maybe you're...
Same with me. When my kids are messing around at school.
Whatever the case is, and I'm not saying, you know, someone who's intentionally being bad at school, no, but, you know, if
Not
I'm genuinely
academically.
trying, right, and I'm not
Yeah.
academically the best, mum and dad are not so happy anymore.
Happened to me. My parents, I wasn't that academically strong at school because the teachers called me dumb. So I
Right.
didn't really bother trying.
Yeah,
They call you
yeah.
dumb. So my parents were really upset because my dad wanted me to be a doctor. Because he came from a village, came here expecting, you know, getting high expectations of their children to do really well at schools, especially the British education system. But when we didn't achieve, he was really upset.
Yeah.
You know, I don't blame him, to be
Yeah,
honest.
and, well, I mean, look, it's unfortunate, and I hope people don't take the wrong message here. Most of us want our kids to be doctors, but I sometimes question, while that's a noble thing and that's a great thing, and I wish all of our kids can be doctors, but I sometimes ask the parent, why do you want your kid to be a doctor? Is it really because you believe that him being a doctor or her being a doctor, so they can give back to the community, give back to the people, give back to humanity? Well, then that's a noble thing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in most cases, I read deep down in my heart, I want my child to be a doctor because it's going to be a better life for him.
Yeah.
So it comes back to dunya, it
Back
comes
money,
back to
yeah.
worldly means,
Yeah.
and it's coming back to money.
Yeah.
So now what's happening now is kids are saying, well, hang on, I don't have to do 10 years in university plus my experience or whatever, right? Some kids now at the age of 18, he's earning more than what 10 doctors are earning put together.
In 1 week.
So he's saying to himself, hang on, you know, if all this is simply so I can have a better life, I can put myself ahead of the game and just take down this unfortunate road.
This drugs.
So that's what's happening, you know. Being a doctor is a great thing, but we don't be doctors because we want to make more money and I can have a better life. That's a very shallow reason to be a doctor.
You're
No.
right.
I become a doctor so that I can give back to humanity, to uplift the human race. And unfortunately, it's not. Most of us now, especially in these ethnic communities, we become doctors so I can make the next person feel guilty about himself and about his family.
True.
You know,
True,
how do I outdo my uncle?
They say, my son is a doctor. What's your son doing? That's the first thing they'll say to you. Like,
so
my
it's
son
a
works in
very,
a factory or something.
it's a very, very shallow,
right.
and it's very unfortunate
right.
because it goes against the principles of Islam. Our Prophet says in the Sahih Hadith, he says, none of you will enter paradise until you believe. And none of you will believe until you love for your brother what you love for yourself.
Yeah.
But you don't have that anymore. It's all about me.
Yeah,
My name,
individuality.
my status, my bank account, my house, my car, my popularity. The hell with the rest of humanity.
Yeah. That's what's happened now. It used to be about community. Now it's not.
It's all about me. It's
Yeah,
all about me.
individuality, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's and that's the unfortunate thing. Muslims, as Muslims, and it's unfortunate because Islam is based on, Islam teaches us that Islam is a natural belief. So really Islam applies to all humanity. And, part of being a Muslim, part of being a human, is what can I give back? It's not about what I can take. Today it's all about what can I take.
Yeah.
Even my friendship with you is a friendship of benefits. What can I take? Right?
So right.
So if I'm with you now, how can I benefit?
Yeah.
There's no benefit anymore. Nobody wants to know you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Nobody wants to know you. So now, unfortunately, we make heroes out of
Zeros.
out of zeros.
Yeah, we do.
Now in Hollywood, unfortunately, someone that's got no skills, right? Studied nothing, contributed nothing towards humanity, does a little porn video with her boyfriend. Now she's become the most popular person in the country.
Wow.
Now all of our young daughters are looking up to her. Now she dictates to my daughter and your daughter and to the rest of the daughters of humanity
How to dress,
what she should be wearing, what she should be doing.
how to talk,
And you think, hang on,
mannerism.
I'm sorry, but who are you again?
Yeah.
You only became famous because you were prepared to record yourself with your boyfriend last night. Now all of a sudden you're the hottest thing, and that's
It's upside down.
that's not Islam. I feel like we're failing as just the human race is failing.
Yeah. It's not a Muslim issue. That's just a human issue.
The hard-working person,
Unfortunately, like that.
the hard-working person is not honoured anymore.
No,
You know.
no, not you're right. So it's this. What advice can you give to the youngsters? Some sincere advice. I know we haven't got much time because the brother's tired. He's been travelling around everywhere. So I feel sorry for. I forced him to come on the show.
It's cool. It's cool.
I apologise to the brother. I really do. You know what I mean?
No,
So
wallahi.
what sincere advice can you give to the young lads out there and young girls as well, even to us adults?
Look, the reality is that we've been created on earth for a very short time. We're here so that we can worship Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us for Him, not created for anything else. So in short, we need to get back to our faith. We need to get back to our roots. And the reality is, guys, we're not going to be able to do that if we don't surround ourselves with good people. Your environment will dictate who you are and where you're going. That's the bottom line, Very rare does someone wake up in the morning and decide, hey, you know what, I'm going to do drugs and become a junkie. Doesn't happen that way. But based on who they're hanging out with, based on where they're hanging out, eventually they reach that road. So...
Oh, someone's ringing me. Typical. Wait a second. Sorry about keep getting interrupted every 5 seconds by telephone calls. Okay, so that's great advice to youngsters. I hope you're going to listen, especially, yes, my son has joined. He's listening.
So,
a bit too late now. You should have flipped him 20 minutes ago. Yeah. Anyway, brother, it's a pleasure. I'm glad that you're here in Britain.
Thank you guys
as well.
for
I'm glad
having
that
me
you're
on.
in Britain, and I hope your movie tonight, 6:30, last chance. It is going to be a last chance to watch it. Make it. There'll be tickets on sale at the door as well, so try and make it before 6 o'clock if you can. For early bird, we'll get the early ticket. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
6:15.
Early bird gets the
6:15.
one, mate.
Yeah, the early bird gets the worm. That's the one. Yeah. Thank you for listening.
Exactly.
Assalamu alaikum.
Well, 3 tickets are done, like I can.
You get good.
Yeah. I'll give you, we'll hook up later about the kids.
Yeah, because
Let him bring
wants to go
them
sleep. He
back.
said bring him to the movie, but I thought he's coming to the movie
Are they coming?
anyway.
Are the useless kids coming?
I don't know.
Get them to come.
This bro wants to talk to you quickly. It's the rapper guy. Who's this? UK Patchy.
Wa alaikum assalam wa
UK Patchy.
Very nice to see your face, mate. He looks small, but he's a big shape. Well, he just passed the photo of us, so very nice to meet you. So I can do it. I had to do that to you, bro.